To another episode of Just Us Guys, the podcast between good friends with better takes. This is episode 11. Boys, we made it. We're in double digits now, not counting 10 because, you know, everyone gets to 10 and then usually putters out. So how is everybody?
All right.
All right, word.
Not too bad. Just vibing.
Just vibing? Mr.
Vibing
Mountain
the
Dew, how
vibes.
you doing?
I'm chilling, bro.
Oh my god.
I was trying to figure out something stupid to say. That's pretty
Fair
good.
enough.
All you do is say your name.
Yeah, just open your mouth.
God.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're gonna have to, you know, calm that one.
Listen, I haven't said a word to another human being in 6 hours, so it's kind of nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. All right, we'll kick it off with the big news from the week. J.J. Watt ended up signing to a team. He went to the Cardinals for a 2-year contract for $31 million, and it's $23 million guaranteed. Nobody saw that coming. I'm very confident in saying that, actually. He was on no list. I don't even know if there were betting odds on the Cardinals, other than, you know, DeAndre Hopkins when JJ was first released that said, hey, come over to Arizona, brother. Like, that was the only thing that was said about Arizona.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I called it, but you know.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised because, like, we talked about this the other day that, you know, the Cardinals are definitely a, like, up-and-coming team. He is only 32 years old, so he's really not, like, as old as, like, I honestly thought he was before I looked that up. But, I mean, if he fits the system, right, he's going to play with other great defensive players, so that checks 2 boxes. And they're an up-and-coming team. And the money, of course, was there. So,
well, yeah.
it really wasn't was a good fit. We just, nobody saw that, like, first.
Yeah.
Everyone saw the other teams first.
Well,
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know if you guys. I don't know if you guys saw, but the thing that came out, he texted Kyler Murray and said, "I'm coming here because I believe in you." So
I didn't see that, no.
yeah, he came out that he sent a text message to Kyler before the thing it broke and said, "I made this decision because of you." So he's putting a lot of weight on that young little short quarterback shoulders, and which rightfully so. Dude's stud. Hopefully if he keeps on the incline that he has right now, you know, they're going to be dangerous. I mean, they got a solid defense. I mean, they're in a pretty tough division. So we'll see how that works out. But I mean, they just barely missed the playoffs this year, and I think they're going to be a playoff team next year. I don't think they'll win the division, but I think they'll be a playoff team.
Yeah.
Well, hey, to win the division, they are plus 600 right now. They have the best odds in that division.
They have the best odds in that division to win it.
Best odds betting-wise.
Oh, betting-wise. Okay.
Yeah,
What
I mean,
were you
I
gonna
was
say?
definitely one of those people that thought J.J. Watt was going to go to, like, a powerhouse team, whether it be, you know, the Packers or the Bills or the Chiefs, and caught me a little bit, you know, off guard for sure, but or the Steelers even, you know, play with his 2 brothers. But yeah, it should be interesting. He only signed a 2-year contract, so I mean, in
Right.
2023, we very well could be going through the same thing with J.J. Watt if he's still playing. He is
We could be going
32.
through it next year. We could be going through
Yeah.
it next year. I mean, if they decide to move off on him after 1 year.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
is 32, but he has a lot of, like, physical miles on him, lots of injuries, lots of snaps. You know, he's pretty banged up, just in general. I mean, I'm sure he's healthy, like, technically, but, you know, he's been through, you know, the stuff. So,
I personally,
time will tell.
I definitely was surprised about him going to Arizona, but, like, I'm just gonna make this comment because I feel like everyone, like, it's almost overvalued anymore. The going home aspect of player choosing, like, what team to sign with is overvalued anymore. Like, we could say it about probably 10 athletes, like big name athletes, who everyone, whenever they said, like, oh, like, he's a free agent, no matter what, the hometown got thrown into the hat. And, like, every time it's they don't get it. Like, they don't.
LeBron did it twice.
LeBron did it once. And
I mean, he went back and then left again.
KD was
though,
in
what I'm
there
saying.
when he went to
back.
Brooklyn.
KD's not from Brooklyn.
Yeah, KD's
I know,
from-
but I'm saying
yeah.
Oh, yeah, but
the Wizards
yeah.
are always in the KD talks.
Exactly.
So
right.
Anthony Davis.
And he went
Anthony
Anthony
Davis
Davis
with
to Chicago. Yep. Like,
Hey,
there was-
Dwayne Wade went home.
Yeah, he did go home, but not the first time, because the first time he was a free agent, everyone was like, "Oh, LeBron and Wade are gonna hook up with Derrick Rose to Chicago," and then that didn't happen. He only went to Chicago because Miami was like rebuilding. So, but then you end up going back to Miami anyway. So it didn't. It like I just feel like it's overvalued anymore. Like other than LeBron. Because then LeBron left again, so like I'm not gonna. I put that as like an asterisk.
That's what I was saying. He left twice. He left his hometown twice.
What other huge name athlete like went home that you can name off the top of your head?
Larry Bird.
He never played in Indiana.
He coached.
I'm worried about that.
Lawyer.
I'm not worried about that.
I mean, he was technically the owner as well.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
exactly. That's my point. Like, I just can't. I can't think of a big name receiver that was like, you know what, going back home, baby. So I just feel like it's overvalued anymore. Like the player's gonna go where like exactly what JJ Watt did, like money, fit, possible team accolades. Like they're not gonna. They don't.
It's
care.
cool to play for your hometown team, but
they just don't care.
if it doesn't fit, then
right,
it's kind of dumb.
Actually, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is from Brooklyn, New York, and he went to Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah,
100%. I'll give that one.
To me,
it was pretty. He had a pretty enticing situation.
Yeah, no, he had. Yeah.
Oh, Carmelo did it too. Because he's from New York City and he went to the Knicks. But that was a trade. That wasn't a free agent signing.
Yeah, but he kind of twisted the Nuggets' arm on that one. Like he wanted out of Denver.
Yeah, he wanted to go to New York.
Yeah. I don't know. The JJ Watt signing, to me, no, I didn't expect the Cardinals. I expected him to go to a team that was ready to go. But I think that just like the going home narrative is a little overplayed right now, I think that the dudes that are looking to ring chase, I understand like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Lakers or whatever. I mean, there's always going to be those teams that pull really old dudes together, and sometimes it does work out. JJ Watt, like you said, is only 31 or 32. I don't think he needs to ring chase right now. At this point in his career, no, I don't. Like, he's still going to compete at a high level. He's not like, if he was 37, yeah, I think that would make more sense. But I don't know. I mean, he can go to the Cardinals. He's still going to get paid, and like he's going to go prove it for 2 years. If he has 2 really good years, he'll get paid again for another 2 years probably by somebody or the Cardinals. Or he, shows that he is going to regress and that the end of his career is coming faster than, he expected. And then he'll take a vet minimum and then go play for, whoever is king shit in 2 years.
Right.
I just like what Terrell Suggs did.
Yeah, to me, it's not even the case like that the home team narrative, that's always going to be a fun thing for the media to prop up and talk about. That's always going to be a fun.
It's always going to happen.
Yeah, that one's never going to go away. Now, yeah,
you're home for it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm a Packers fan. But I just think that, like, realistically, I mean, most players in the league anymore realize it's a business. They understand that you are more or less used goods. And whoever wants to give you the most money, you have to consider that. It doesn't really matter when, your feelings come into it, when at the end of the day, you have to take care of more than just your feelings or pride or whatever it is that you value when, you're out there causing yourself permanent damage on a week by week basis. So, I mean, I think the ring chasing thing was a fun little story, but looking at it now, the Cardinals did make a lot of sense. I
honestly, I didn't know he was 32 years old when I made those statements. I thought he was like 34, 35.
Yeah, I think he only came into the league in 2011.
It's like 2010. 2010 was when he was drafted.
Okay.
Yeah. I honestly thought he was 34, 35. That's why I made the statements on here that I said. Looking back on it, I would not have probably said that. I probably would have said something along the lines of, he's going to go to a team that's going to pay him, and that he, obviously fits.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't see him signing to a team for a bag, a losing team for a bag. So,
No.
No.
I
wouldn't
never
see
saw him
him-
going to the Jets or something.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Jets or
no,
even
no.
Jaguars.
Well,
even
and
with Trevor
the-
Lawrence
the-
coming into it and stuff like that.
What is it? The other reports out there, and they are just reports, so they're not confirmed or anything yet. But the Colts and the Browns both offered him more money.
And Tennessee.
Okay, Tennessee and the Colts, I understand they, to be fair, were your lifelong rival in the AFC South. Maybe you don't want to
It'd
go
be
play
a real
for
big
him.
slap in the face.
It would be, and
Yeah.
he means a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
to Houston.
And
It's like Brett Favre going to Minnesota.
Yeah.
But the Browns one is surprising because, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm putting the Browns and the Cardinals, like, they're pretty much in the same tier of team right now. Like, I mean, I'm going to give the Browns a nod just because they did win a playoff game, but the Browns and Cardinals I can literally see on the exact same, like, they're not, the top,
They're
like,
the same tier.
they're not
the
the
same
top
tier.
8 teams in the league, but they are right below it.
Yeah.
So if the Browns offered more money, it's just interesting. Maybe it is because Hopkins was there, and I mean, maybe he likes Murray more than Baker. Which, to be fair,
another thing to think
can't
about.
argue.
You could think about this. Arizona plays in a dome. It's still warm. Like it's pretty much everything he's done in his NFL
great.
career. Yeah, complete. Like Houston and Arizona are very similar for his NFL career. Where going up to Cleveland is like
No, that's shell shock.
right, and also like honestly on just a face value, would you rather go to Arizona or would you rather go to Cleveland? No matter what, that goes into effect. Like you got to take that into effect. Like who the hell wants to move to Cleveland, Ohio when you can go to Arizona? You go to Phoenix.
Didn't you?
I mean,
Cal, didn't you live there?
I live in Cleveland, yeah.
Okay.
Cleveland was very beautiful. West side of Cleveland, awesome. They had the lake. You had the lake. You had the lake. And you also, the ball, City Field there is gorgeous. I think
Progressive. It's
Progressive. I knew it was Progressive. Progressive Field is gorgeous. We did watch a game there. It was a very beautiful park.
Right on the lake, right?
Right on the lake.
Right on the lake.
There is the lake there. But Cleveland is awesome. It gets a bad rap, but it is. I mean, there's definitely just like any other city. There's parts that you don't want to go to. But for the most part, it's a beautiful city. But yeah, when it comes to Phoenix,
It's just not Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
It's not Phoenix.
Yeah.
I honestly think that if he was to if this was to possibly happen, that JJ Watt was to come out and say, "All right, guys, like obviously I chose Carolina, but these were my other choices, and this is how I would rank them off the ones that we know." I don't think Cleveland would be number 2. I think that he would go to Tennessee or he would go to Indianapolis before he went to Cleveland.
See, I'd put Cleveland. I'd put the Colts probably at number 2, then Cleveland, then Tennessee.
Okay, that's fine. Either way,
Just because I think the
3 or
Colts.
4.
Yeah, I just think the Colts have a higher ceiling right now than the other 2 teams because of Carson Wentz. But the Colts genuinely, I looked into their receiver thing to just double check on it. They literally have 1 receiver rostered.
Yeah.
They need to address that this offseason big time.
Yeah, and they got good names.
Allen Robinson to the Colts would be unreal.
Well, and T.Y. Hilton put out a tweet. He was like, I don't know where I'm going to be. All I can promise is I'm going to work really hard.
Hey.
So,
news.
I love that.
Yep. All right. Who came up with this, Cade? Was this you or Evan?
It was me and Kate a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely Cal's topic.
We've had this conversation multiple times.
I've had this conversation in the past with a couple coworkers.
It's a great one.
I'm going to preface this. These are all opinions. We don't need to attack each other.
Yes.
We can
No.
rebuttal.
If you don't think I'm going to attack someone, that's crazy.
No yelling.
I'm going to break your glasses, bro. Those fake
no yelling.
blue light glasses. Break them.
If you don't think someone's going to yell, then we are not. This isn't the right podcast.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy.
I don't have the energy.
I've had this. We've had this argument way too many times. That's why it's like,
All right. Who wants to kick it off and explain it?
Cal, this is your gig. You roll it.
All right. So this
Explain
is the top.
explain it.
You wanna? So this is a topic that we've had conversations about multiple times, mainly because with Evan, Cade, and I going to school at Cal U for sports management, i.e., professional golf course management. We're around a lot of athletes, including ourselves, if you want to call us athletes, but we were technically professional athletes at one point. But we're around a lot of athletes playing a lot of different sports. And a topic of conversation that we always have had was, what is the hardest sport to be good at? That doesn't mean to play, but to be good at, to be the best in the world, the best, get to that elite level, that professional level, that type of echelons. So we don't want to misconstrue everyone. That we're not saying that one sport is easier than the other, but to say to get actually good at. And if you guys want me to start with mine, I can. Like I said before, I came right straight from work to this, so it's going to be completely off the cuff. But for me, there's a couple sports that are very, very hard to be professionals at, but they're also very, very depending on your physical stature, i.e. football. How many good football players, do you know that are under 5'9"? It's a very short list. Under 5'10".
Darren Sproles.
Very short list, and that's not a pun. It's a short list. There's not very many. You have to be, majority of the time, to be a good NFL or even Division I college football player, even into Division II, you have to be over 6 foot. It doesn't matter what position you're playing. It very seldom do you see 5'10" players, 5'9" players being very good. There are some. There's outliers like everything else. Basketball, same way. I mean, the NBA, college, all that stuff, you have to be physically gifted. So that's where I come from is if you're physically gifted, there's a couple sports that you can pretty much just roll into and use your physical stature.
Still got to put in the hard work, but yes,
100%. You have a head start.
Correct.
You have a head start with your physical stature.
There's a lot less obstacles to overcome.
Correct.
Yes, when you're athletically gifted.
My two, I'll give you my top three. My top three. Number 3 for me is hockey. One of the reasons why is you're on literal weapons. You're on weapons, gliding across that ice. We make jokes all the time, Davin. It's fun to do, but it's a tough sport. I'd never skated before. I'm not tearing an ACL. Not happening. But just mere alone, being a goalie, in my opinion, is the hardest position in all of sports. In my opinion, is an NHL goalie. But that's number 3 for me. Number 2, and it has nothing to do with the actual game and to be good at it, but it has everything to do with what you have to go through to get to the professional top tier level, and it's baseball for me. Because of how many baseball players in the world, let alone the United States, that are trying to become pro.
It's very flooded.
There's a bunch of farm teams, but there's 3 levels of farm teams where you got like the NBA, there's the G League, but you have the Euro League and stuff like that. But in the United States, you just have one G League. But you have to battle all these guys in the professional sports and try not to get burnt out and to get discouraged before you get to the actual professionals of being a MLB player. The sport, in my opinion, is not that. I mean, it's not like it's really, physically grueling like a lot of sports. But to be that good, how many people you have to beat out is that. And then number 1 is probably no surprise for me, but it's golf. For the mere fact, it's the easiest sport to play. Anyone can play it. Literally anyone. Anyone can play it. But to be that good, to get to the level of the PGA Tour, it is insane. People don't realize how good you have to be a PGA Tour player. We are 4 golfers right here are pretty good golfers in our own respect. Ty is a weekend warrior that if he would put his time in, he would be a mid-single digit handicap.
No, last year was the most I've played in probably the last 6 years, and I was usually getting out about twice a week.
Yeah.
And the first 2 rounds I played were in the upper 90s, and by the end of it, I was shooting 80 every time.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and then you got us three.
With the comment. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but the comment is unbelievably good to the general population.
No, an 80 is
it's 20 strokes below the
average.
Yeah,
right.
no, I'm not trying to brag, but literally everyone that I play with out here,
100%. Yeah. And there's such a skill gap. There's even such a skill gap between us three as Evan, Cade, and I as being PGA professionals, apprentices, and such, going through all that stuff. And playing, against Division II golfers and going against Division I golfers, and then seeing that PGA Tour to be that good. Like I said, the sport isn't hard to play because anyone can do it, but to get that to that level, there was a thing that came out that Rory McIlroy said the other day that he knows when he's playing his best golf is when he can go play at his home club and play a worst ball scramble. For those who don't know what that is, that means a scramble. Playing two balls for him by himself, just give it shots every single time. He takes the worst shot from each of the two shots all the way till he gets to the hole. And he says if he can shoot under par playing a worst ball scramble, then he knows his game's honed in.
Yeah, he said he shot 67 when he did that.
Like, that is just ridiculous.
I can't shoot 67 on a 6,000-yard golf course in perfect conditions. I'll probably shoot more 72 to 73, 74 than I will shoot 69, 70, and 71.
Yeah, and on top of it,
he's out there shooting 67.
And on top of it, with the golf is the amount of, it's the same with like baseball for me. And that's where it comes from me, is the amount of the people that, because it can be any walks, shapes, and sizes of people that can play both baseball and basketball. But I mean, not baseball and golf. Because the amount of people in the world that are trying to play professional golf, it is sickening. I played in the U.S. Open qualifier 2 years ago. Not even close. Good luck. It's tough. That's where I don't want to drown too much into it because you guys are going to go into your stuff. But that's my take. I'm going 3 hockey, 2 baseball, and 1 golf, and it has everything to do with the physical ability where anyone can, especially those last 2 sports, anyone with shape or size, as long as they have athletic ability, can play those sports. But it's all about getting to that next level. That whereas baseball, like football, those sports, you have to be pretty physically gifted to get to that next level. So that's my take. Don't crucify me too much, guys. But that's why I feel.
I mean, my take, my real number 1 is definitely golf. I had a different one for the podcast because I thought we were coming from different angles here, but one actual sport that I think is super interesting and be incredibly hard to be good at and play at the same time is water polo. Mm-hmm. I really don't think that I could even play the sport at my current stature. I mean, I can swim for sure. I'm a 300-pound man. There's no way I can tread water for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
After the podcast, remind me to show you guys something.
The only fucking thing.
10 minutes. I don't think any of us could tread water for 5.
Right now, I would be drowning at a 3-minute in 12 feet of water. In 12 feet of water.
It's 12 feet of water. That's what I'm looking up. I'm trying to look it up right now. Yeah.
No, I would drown.
Like I'm telling you, I'm not even sure if I could do it without a ball. Just
yes.
Just like floating like a little, Yeah.
So fun fact: a dude that used to work with me, he's since moved on. He was actually a junior Olympian for water polo, a goalie.
Oh my
crazy!
God.
He has to be. He had to have been shredded.
He was, and then Evan, he weighs more than you now.
Yeah.
Good for him.
That's an accomplishment.
As a goalie, all you're doing is treading water.
Yeah, no, you sit there and tread water, and you got to dive back and forth. You have to be able to propel yourself with your legs.
I'm not even going to try to name the positions, but I'm guessing they're kind of like soccer. And
hockey.
It's like midfield,
wing,
defense,
strikers.
But at least they're swimming and not trying to stay in one spot.
My goodness, I don't even want to get into it. Like that's just
put a center block on my feet. That's what it's going to feel like.
Yeah.
Is that all you have?
Is that it?
No,
We're not doing top three. I thought it was just the number. I thought we were just doing one.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I didn't know
doing
if you were going to reiterate. Yeah.
All my reasons for golf, Cal has already said.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll go.
You don't have an
go
original
ahead.
thought.
Go ahead.
Nice.
All right.
my original thought was water polo.
That's
I
a
know
good one.
top
That's a
three.
very-
It was only supposed to be
Listen.
one.
Listen, that's a very good angle to come from, though, because that's a household name sport. So that's why I think it's
I'm gonna read you the text.
Thank you.
I'm gonna read you the text. Ready? If I can get it.
All right. Well, while Cal looks
Hardest
for that.
sports.
They did not say sports.
I have sport written down, so I only have one. While yes,
You follow directions.
Yes,
I'm sorry, I'm smarter.
I will say golf definitely a hard sport. I'm not going to argue that because the sheer commitment to perfecting that said craft is damn near insane. But to be fair, you can say that about a lot of sports.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
To me, you already mentioned it, Cal, but it was your third one. I think hockey is hands down the hardest sport to play because it is so many combinations of so many other sports. You have to have the stamina of a basketball player. Oh, well, you only are out there 45 seconds to a minute. Do that for 25 straight minutes in a game, dude.
With football pads on.
With football pads,
with football
going
pads on.
23 miles an hour, having to be able to stop on a dime, and all the other while, you have to just move a little can of dip around with a stick.
See it.
Like
that's my hardest part watching hockey is finding the freaking puck.
I've never played hockey. I have skated. I'm proficient at skating. Proficient is for a common man. I can skate backwards and I can stop.
Time.
Okay.
You know what?
I would have
that,
one of those walkers.
That actually might be
Yeah.
proficient.
Yeah.
No, I think
not
that's
bad.
proficient.
I'd have to have a walker.
No, you want to know how bad at skating I am? I went a year and a half ago now, and all like these little kids are like literally running up and like stomping on down and like scratching ice in my face as I was having one of those little 3-year-old walkers completely bent over in a 90-degree. Like I'm gonna show you. Literally. I was literally like this skating.
No, and that's my okay. So this is another point to my hockey statement: is that most sports, actually damn near all the sports, except Evan throwing water polo out there by a wild thing.
He googled hardest sport to play, and
No, I didn't. I knew my answer as soon as you said it.
But no,
As soon as I said it.
In normal sports, in football, in basketball, in soccer, you're still running. That's an innate ability we have from the day we're born. You know, give it a couple years and you're walking. Right. Hockey, you have to literally learn how to do something entirely different. The mechanics and physics of skating are totally different than walking, and then you have to perfect that. It's just, I think a lot goes into hockey, and I can make an argument for golf as well, like I said. I just think that the combination of things that come together for hockey, and Cal, even to your physical point,
yeah,
most hockey players are all shapes and sizes. Now, you're not going to have huge, or, like 300-pound dudes. You're not going to have
a 6'6" hockey player. Not very.
John Scott, Zdeno Chara, Ben Bishop.
Not like a basketball or football player though.
There's not many.
No.
Yeah, like you.
No, the average height is I think 6 foot.
Yeah, 6 foot. Yeah,
which for a professional sport with professional
no,
athletes,
that is short.
Not
that is
big.
short.
Yeah.
But like Alex DeBrincat, he's 5'9", and he's probably the second best player on the Blackhawks.
What's that
right
dude
now.
for the Rangers that's like so fast?
Zuccarello.
Yeah, that guy's small as hell.
He's on the Wild now, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That dude is fast as.
No, I just like hockey. You can truly. Like, you can be the speed demon. You can be the handles guy. Obviously, goalies are all shapes and sizes. I mean, typically you want a bigger dude. You want Zdeno Chara, who can hit a puck 125 miles an hour, but also is 7'3".
Send that thing right up the seam, baby.
To me, hockey allows you, if you commit to it, to be one of the best in the world, depending on your size.
Crease, yeah.
And
the middle between the two like face-off circles. That's called the crease.
There's a lot.
No, that's called the slot.
The slot. Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
There's a lot of sexual innuendos when it comes to hockey terms.
Yeah, there's
it's a
couple
sport.
of boobies on the ice too.
Yeah,
I agree with Cal when he said this, and I'm guessing Ty would probably agree, and probably Evan as well. I think we all collectively say that being a hockey goalie, a professional goalie, is, if it's not the hardest position of all sports, it's in the conversation.
I think it's up there with
reflexes.
I think it's up there with catcher too. I mean, you can let the ball go behind you as catcher.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot more that goes into a goalie than a catcher.
Goalie,
because the different angles and everything, dude. The one is coming right down the pipe usually.
Yeah.
Goalie is everywhere.
Listen,
it's definitely similar though.
I'll agree with you.
And don't forget about the quarterback position too.
As a
quarterback
catcher,
is also hard.
As a catcher, I will 100% agree that it was a very difficult position. But if you're playing with Clayton Kershaw, that dude's going to throw the ball in the dirt on purpose. So you know what's coming, right? Now, when you're a little league and you're a catcher, that shit sucked. Right? That shit straight up sucked because I got Tommy Walker out here throwing a 75-mile-an-hour fastball from 46 feet in the other batter's box. Yes, at that point, it is a harder position than anything you can do in the world. But on a professional level, like
he might be pissed you called him out.
I'm just saying, he did. I'm just saying, it happened. It's not like he'd be the first one to tell you, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, like for right now, if I had to say, hey, Yanni and Molina, do you think like your job is like ridiculously hard? He would say yes because he's got to learn the batting boxes. He's learning pitching tendencies, batter tendencies, doing all that stuff.
Let's just say this:
a hockey goalie, you gotta like you. There's
think about it this way.
Harder is because there's so many things you can't control that you have to do well.
Think about it this way: you pick up a hockey goalie and say, "Hey, go behind that home plate and play catcher for 9 innings." He probably could do it. I think
that the hockey goalie would be able to pull off the catcher's role.
You pick up that goalie and go put skates on and play goalie for 3 periods. Let's see what happens.
I played goalie for 1 game, truth be told. I was also 8, and I have no recollection of playing.
Evan, can I did play. Question? When was the last time you were on skates?
I was 18.
Okay.
I've been on skates more recently than you.
He made a bold claim. Evan made a bold claim that he is as fast as he was when he was 18 on skates right now.
I mean, yeah, Evan, I could probably be, that fast too, but I am hitting the wall.
That's 6 years ago. 6 years ago, going on 7. 7 years ago, going on 8. Sorry.
And there's no way I'm that fast. No, I don't remember saying that.
You were 175 pounds.
I don't remember saying that, but
you said it a couple years ago.
You said it to your dad.
Okay, well, if I'm saying it to my dad, I'm probably joking. But I mean, there's no way I was. There's absolutely, yeah. My dad's in the Armstrong County Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Big. That's a big achievement. Armco, dude.
And
he has his name up on the wall in the rink.
And he produced that.
No, I just think that, I mean, a lot of arguments could be definitely made for damn near any sport. I'm not making that debate. I just think from the outside perspective of, I've played football, I've played basketball, I've played a little bit of baseball, I'm really good at wiffle ball. And
that's my parents.
And I play golf. That's why I'm saying golf specifically. Like, I can absolutely see an argument for. I just think that everything that has to come together for hockey, because you have to be as physical as a football player, you have to have the endurance of a basketball player, and the hand-eye coordination of a soccer player. To me, it's a crazy combination.
Soccer's another one too.
No, soccer is crazy, but if you have endurance, I think you can play soccer, to be completely honest.
One of the most underrated things about soccer players. Listen, okay, now I'm not even gonna get into it.
I was gonna say we're not acknowledging
one of the most soccer players are one of the most underrated athletes on the planet. We were down at Cal U playing at the rec, and the soccer team rolls up, and we're all, our intramural team, our junior year, was very, very good. We had a perfect mixture, of shooters and tall guys that would love to, dunk and everything, whatever. Yeah. But anyways, these guys were like, hey, you guys want to play? And we're all like, yeah. I mean, the soccer players, we're gonna wipe them. I'm telling you right now, my pocket's never been picked faster in my entire life.
No, their hand-eye coordination is inhuman. Soccer players' hand-eye is nuts.
Them shooting the ball after that, not so good. But they are the quickest, and I've never felt more violated while dribbling basketball in my entire life. And it was to everyone. It didn't matter who it was. They were picking pockets left and right. But like I said, once they got on the offensive end, it was hideous. But defensively, good luck.
No, and I just think that, that is part of it. But there's a reason that hockey players, again to this point, There's a reason when they're back, before the game, they're playing soccer and they're playing keep it up with a soccer ball because of the hand-eye coordination part of it. I just think that hockey is such a strange combination of the other three sports that I think are pretty, intense. That I that's just my personal, and I've had that opinion since probably college when I started watching hockey because I was just floored by what they were doing out there.
Yeah.
Like, go watch Sidney Crosby in the corner in any game when he's fighting for a puck. What he does with his feet, hands, and body, all to just get a one of these out of a corner and into a net is insane to me. Like,
Well,
I actually have a hockey
yeah.
puck right here.
But he grabbed the can of chew. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, they're almost the same size. I mean, it's damn close. But yeah, that's mine, Cade. You got the floor.
Okay, so I because I commented on pretty much everybody's. I will 100% say, just because it's bias, and I truly believe it, that like even the skill gap between like Ty to us on a given basis, it is like we literally play golf sometimes, and there's people around us that literally look at us like we're freaking aliens.
I hate it sometimes
Because we're aliens.
Well,
right?
not only that, look at the year difference. Okay, we were in high school together, and our stroke average when we were playing, in our high school years wasn't that far off. Ty had like a 40 stroke average.
No, I was gonna say I shot about the same that I shoot now, but I also took about 6 years off of golfing.
Exactly.
When I went to college, I never played golf anymore.
Stroke average was about 40. Ours was Kate and I's in high school was about 37. Okay, we would play 9-hole matches.
Mm-hmm.
But just in the short amount of time of us going to school and learning more about the golf swing, doing everything that we did, playing the amount of golf, playing the tournament golf that we played and all that kind of stuff, the skill gap has just flipped on its end from the mere fact is just from playing it and practicing and being around it and all that kind of stuff and that's the biggest thing about it is just that skill gap is just so freaking huge.
Yeah. So, because like the way that I look at it is like everything I base it, like all my like deciding I based off of, like sports compared to like being good at it. Like to me, being good at it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a professional. To me, being good at it is like someone recognizes you within the community being like, yo, you're a hooper. Like everyone knows that you are absolutely a demon on the court. Like everyone knows that. Like you could go to the rec at the college and you're going to put up buckets. You could do whatever you want. And like we've all seen those people. So when I made the decision, I tried to find like the biggest skill gaps. And the biggest skill gap that I could find is straight up gymnastics. Gymnastics is utterly insane.
Yeah.
So
also very
You're
hard.
Just doing this to butter
Very,
Jones biscuits.
very,
bro.
very hard.
Oh,
That's
very-
all you're doing.
I can flip in the air
Very,
twice.
Yeah.
very
No, you
hard.
couldn't.
Okay, so just
Oh, he could.
You wanna
He
bet?
landed. He landed.
You wanna do that?
You want to bet on that tie?
Evan, I'm gonna be honest with you. I bet if you stood and jumped, you would land flat on your head or your back, and you would never.
You
even
wouldn't get that
I'd
full
stick
rotation.
that
You-
mother
You wouldn't get that rotation.
You wouldn't even get your feet above your head. No shot. But anyways,
Gravity will win that battle.
the battle, like the skill gap between like Olympic gymnasts to even collegiate gymnasts is insane. Like Simone Biles is one of the greatest athletes the world has ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. Like to be able to go from a like 10-foot bar to like a 8-foot bar and like go around it, and then flip the other side, stop midair, go backwards, flip it around, and then stick a landing after doing like 3 flips and like 2 like a 720. Yeah, that that right there compared to even the collegiate level, you're just not doing it. So that's how I looked at it.
No, any of those chicks on the Olympic team, like even Michaela
floor-
Maroney back in 2012, like
Dude, Gabby Douglas,
Yeah.
all those girls are animals. Like, if you look at like a gymnast that's running across doing a floor routine, they're literally, no joke, they're jumping like 6 feet in the air. Their head, because
I'd
it's a
love
little,
to be that pommel horse.
it's a little trampoline. Like the floor is a little trampoline. But when you jump and they do like those flips, like their heads are literally 6 feet in the air, and they're literally, I can't. It amazes me. So, yes, for the everyday sport, like if I'm talking every like normal sport in the world, I think golf's the hardest. But if you're taking every sport into fact, I'm 100% choosing gymnastics. That shit is like, one, you have to be incredibly athletic to even be able to do it. Two, you have to have a certain level of skill when it's like balance, control, tempo, like everything is just insane. I could never even imagine doing like a cartwheel into a backflip, like, and a cartwheel's like third grade shit for them. Like I not even third grade. That's like 3-year-old shit for them. And they're like back handsprings and all this stuff. And that's not even counting the vault that they do. Like
it's all the different things they need to do.
Yeah,
because
right.
Usually most gymnasts aren't just a one routine, person. No. They do like 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and they have to be at an Olympic level of all of those.
Yeah.
And my sister was a competitive cheerleader for like 10 years.
Which
she won
the actual competitive cheerleading is pretty much gymnastics. Like, I'm not going to take away from gymnastics, but
a very low level gymnastics.
Cheerleading is dangerous. The stuff also,
Evan, I don't think it's low level.
Evan,
the stuff they do
compared to Olympic gymnastics, yes, it is.
Compared to Olympic gymnastics, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was. That's
competitive cheerleading is insane.
Yeah.
You ever seen what's it called?
Bring it on!
Bring it on!
Fired Up is also a phenomenal movie.
My sister could do like
Hayden Panettiere can.
Dude.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Evan, are there any videos of your sister cheering?
Hey, she listens to this.
Where on the internet? Where? I want to avoid it.
I would presume. I mean, she's like 14 at this time, or 13. So,
like I said, I want to avoid it.
You want to try to? If you're trying to catch a case,
unbelievable.
By all means, FCA Diamonds.
The FBI, literally, the FBA is tapping in right now. It's like FBI's on us. But that's where I'm at with it. I mean, if I was going to say other sports like that we haven't mentioned,
swimming is also pretty hard.
I was going to say swimming.
Wait. I've grown a respect for this sport. Racing.
Yeah.
Being a race car driver, losing 20 pounds a race. Now we did say the whole being good at it, and to be honest, the easiest sport to get into, in my opinion, is racing because we all drive. Right?
You better have money.
Everyone drives.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to get into money, you better have a lot of money.
Was a race car driver,
but it's incredibly hard to be good at racing because you have to control a car going 200 miles an hour.
Right.
Even dirt tracks, dude, that are going 80, 90.
Yeah,
like, those things.
It's one of if not the oldest sport.
One of the
moonshiners,
and one of the most dangerous sports too, until the invention of that thing the Huey thing.
Guy, to comment on the swimming,
crash you're dead.
Has any of you guys ever tried to swim
an Olympic pool? Yeah, back when I was actually in shape, I did. I'd go swim when I was in college.
Yep.
But that I was working out, 5, 6 times a week,
I know
and going
where they put on their necks
doing things.
Don't get a
if I tried to swim an Olympic pool right now, I would probably have to just go halfway and then just make a hard right turn to the side.
Yeah, right. So honestly, if all of us got in the pool right now and tried to swim in Olympic length, which I think is 90 feet,
you'd have to pull me out. I'd sink.
You wouldn't make it. We wouldn't make it. And they do that shit in less than 30 seconds.
What? Just make the length or make it to one side?
Make the length.
I can make it to one side, I bet.
Not without stopping. It's bet. By the way,
Kate, just so you know.
Was that not without stopping? I'm a monster in the water.
150 feet.
Yeah, 150 feet. If you're not swimming 50 yards.
An amphibian. Oh my God!
You can't even run 50 yards.
Evan, you're not.
I can run 50 yards in
you are not swimming 50 yards.
2 seconds.
You are not swimming 50 yards.
Find me a 50-yard pool.
And it's 100 yards if you go down and back.
Yeah, no shot.
The 100 meter. Do 100 meter.
Down and back might be a little tough there.
Yeah, do 100 meter.
You're not even getting one way.
I'm getting one way. I'm telling you, I can swim 50 yards. You guys are underselling. You guys can swim 50 yards. I guarantee it.
I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
You guys are underselling yourself. It's not that hard. 50 yards.
It'll be harder for me to swim 50 yards than you because you're bigger.
And also another bet that Evan and I are gonna settle. $50 bet. Evan, without any practice or anything, picks up a basketball and he makes at least 3 out of 10 from 3.
From three.
From
Yes.
three.
Yes.
Yes.
From 3.
Not a
No.
shot.
No shot.
Not a
Yeah!
shot.
I'm taking bets, baby. I'm
No.
taking bets. Has to be
No.
inside. Has to be inside, or I'll do it outside for 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm taking bets. Let's go.
Are we doing a high school line or an NBA line?
High school.
High school.
All right.
We'll give him high school.
I
Still not
Hey,
making 3 out of 10.
He's not making 3 out of 10 free throws.
I'll
That's-
bet that right now.
I was
I'll jack
waiting
up
for the free throw to be set on the original bet, and I was gonna say, yeah, I think he could probably do that. 3 is not a shot.
You've never seen him
free
shoot.
free throws. That's the only thing I could do. Free throws, I bet I can make 5 out of 10. I'll double down.
No warm up.
You haven't
No
shot a
warm-up.
basketball in
No warm up. I don't
like
care.
legitimately shot a
It's like
basketball
riding a bike,
indoors.
Cal.
It's
riding
not
a
like
bike,
right.
Dad. Like
not like
riding a
right
bike,
away.
everybody.
All right, Todd, this is what I said.
You barely
Okay.
can make 3-footers.
Honestly, for me,
It's different than 3-pointers.
for me on a
I'm better
3-point
than
line,
those.
I'm gonna shoot the first 5 to get the feel back, and then I maybe make 1 out of the
Evan's
Maybe 2 out of
first 2
5.
shots,
Maybe.
Ty. Evan's first 2 shots. Airball's the first one. He bricks the second one to overcompensate, and then misses every single one of them.
The first 2 are cash.
No.
I'm not sure.
Free throws once you like. So I went and played like 2 summers ago. First time I'd picked up a basketball since college. I literally airballed the first one, hit rim
what
on the
else is gonna
second,
happen?
made 4 in a row, missed the next one. Like I ended up going 6 of 10, which I was happy about.
If you
But
give me
it
a
was
ball
bad.
right now, I'll make 6 of 10 easy.
It was bad.
Free throws right
What,
now, I'll
free
make
throws?
6. Yep, I'll easily make 6 of 10 without touching the ball in almost 2 years.
I'll do that left-handed.
Actually, I touched the ball last year.
I'll take
last
that back
summer
out.
once.
Shoot or shoot.
Shooters do shoot.
Yeah, I'll miss the first one, and then I'll
Take me to a
immediately
gym.
have the feel back of a free throw. But a 3-pointer is completely different than a free throw.
Oh,
and,
big time.
And without a warm up, no shot, dude.
Pick your spot. Can't be the corner.
The only person I think I would give that bet to and say, yeah, you'll go more than 3 of 10 is Ike Van Wy. And that damn running fucking leg shot that he did. Thing was money. Money every time. Didn't matter.
Kick his leg out at you.
It always went in. It was stupid.
Yep.
All right. So what? We got gymnastics, hockey, golf, right? And
Yeah,
with
for
a little
Water
sprinkling
polo.
of water polo.
Sprinkle of water polo and NASCAR racing.
I would literally, and I'm throwing swimming in
So
that.
you
too.
called me out for doing 3, and you did 3.
We got there.
Look at him.
You fake glass wearing mother.
Dang it! All right, we doing UFC now?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
does
Light
one
it up,
do
bud.
UFC?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. I was actually gonna. I mean, if you have the prelims, take it away with the prelims, and I'll do the main card.
Honestly, I don't have any information on the prelims. I printed out the actual card. Just
All right. Well, I'll do the main card then, just to kind of, and then we'll do our picks. I mean, I'm gonna be doing my picks as we go here.
Let's be honest.
Um,
Main card is where everyone's focused.
yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go down the not really in any order. The first fight I have is the Santos versus Rakic fight.
Okay, grab me a beer,
Um,
dog. Thanks.
Santos, you know who Thiago Santos is, right, Ty?
yes, and I also know who Alexander Rakic is.
Okay.
Some names. For you.
Santos in the past, I mean, has had a good past. In my opinion, should have probably won the fight versus John Jones. Not by like the decision or whatever. He should have. I mean, he stunned John Jones so many times. I mean, now Santos has had a double leg, coming off of a double leg surgery. Both knees fully repaired. Coming into this fight, I think he's coming back completely healthy, and I think he's gonna knock this dude out.
See,
Yeah,
I like Rakic.
You like Rakic?
Mhm.
Interesting.
I've watched him in a fight before, and he won very easily. I understand Thiago Santos, really good fighter. I like Rakic in this. I do, and I'm assuming I'm saying
He's
his
the
name
hardest
right.
hitting light heavyweight I've ever seen.
Let's see. Do they have
Scary power.
Do they have odds out on this? That's the real question. Rakic is the favorite, minus 168.
I'm taking Santos for sure.
Yeah,
It's only because
plus
Santos has lost
136.
he's lost his past 2 fights, and he got upsetted versus Glover Teixeira too.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah, the Teixeira one, yes, but I don't know. I didn't know
think
the
Santos
odds.
was hurt. I think Santos was hurt that fight too. So even though he just didn't come out and say it.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Santos that fight. The next one I have is the woman fight, Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson. Nunez is the greatest, maybe, woman in combat sports history.
I think that she's past Ronda, to be honest.
Yeah, she is, and quite literally every opinion that I've seen online that it's not mine. Amanda Nunez is
the greatest women's champion of all time. Yeah, I agree with that, and also the betting line reflects it. She's currently minus 1,300.
Yeah, she's one of the 4 people that are double champions in UFC history. The other 3 being McGregor,
Jones,
Henry Cejudo.
Wasn't Jones a double champ?
No. DC, Nunez, Cejudo, and McGregor.
Okay.
The only one's been double champ. And this is actually probably going to be Nunez's last fight.
See, I saw that.
She came out and said she wanted to retire and focus on being a mother. So, regardless if she wins or not, she's in her prime, which is really weird. She's only 32. I mean, that's pretty much like prime time UFC.
I'm putting money on Megan to upset her so Nunez can't leave.
Hey, well, I think she would only lose one of her titles then? Because she's double champ right now. So.
If she's double champ right now, yeah, she would just lose the one that this is in. Whatever category this is in.
Next fight is the one that I'm most interested in is definitely the Makhachev Dober fight. Quite simply, I don't know. A lot of people don't know who Islam Makhachev is. He trained with Khabib basically his entire pro fighting career.
I was gonna say, just look at him, and you can get a good idea of who he is.
He's by far my favorite fighter right now. He's ranked 14th in the lightweight division at 18-1.
Wow, that's surprising for you, Ed.
Well, his favorite fighter's not.
My favorite fighter is retired. Yes.
Yeah, I forgot.
He became his favorite fighter after retirement.
Right.
Islam is number 14, up and coming. His lost one time. Is the closest thing that you will ever see to Khabib because he's trained with him his entire life. And spoiler, he will be one of my bets for the end of this podcast. I've obviously got Makhachev by submission. So, I mean, I honestly, Ty, I put him up there with Gaethje, McGregor, and Ferguson right now. How good he is.
I mean, we'll see. I can safely say I haven't seen anything on him. I know who he is, and I've seen highlights from the previews for this event. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen him fight.
Yeah, he's
Drew Dober. I also don't know anything about Drew Dober.
Yeah, he's won 7 times by submission and 4 times by knockout. So Islam has, I mean,
he's got some range.
He's a sambo champion in Russia, 4-time sambo champion. So. He has a lot of grappling.
Sambo.
He has a lot of grappling, and he's, yeah. Do you know anything about Peter Yan or Sterling?
I don't know anything about Sterling. Peter Yan, I have watched fight, I believe, once, and he looked really good. So yeah, I picked him.
Cal Arcade was in the house at the time, but. The last time Peter Yan fought was when we were at Josh Cooney's house. So
I was pretty hammered. I was playing wiffle ball at that time.
I think I was too, but I somehow came in and saw the Peter Yan fight, and he destroyed Jose Aldo. Dismantled him. I was like, wow, Jose Aldo, I thought he was decent, and then he got just completely annihilated by Peter Yan. So I don't know anything about the Sterling dude. If I had to bet, I would bet on Yan.
And that's who I picked. Like I said, I basically picked my winners off of if I know their name and if I've seen them fight. If I didn't know their name and I'm going off of gut reaction here.
That's like what girls in high school would do the Mr. Bailey's college bracket and be like, oh, we like the Tigers more than the Falcons.
Oh, the Bulldogs are definitely going to beat the Canaries. Got it.
Speaking of. We didn't talk about it yet, but we have to do a bracket between us.
No, we're all doing brackets. Yeah. We're all doing brackets.
I'm gonna take Evan's money.
No, you're not.
No, you're right. Obviously, usually the people that don't pay attention to it usually do the best. So you're right. Evan will probably.
Does March Madness start on a Tuesday or Wednesday?
It starts on a Thursday.
Even better.
Playing games. I think are Tuesday, Wednesday.
They're Tuesday,
Wednesday.
Then we'll be doing a Monday episode, boys.
Yeah, because Tuesday.
Oh, really? We're gonna do a Monday episode?
Well, we'll record it Monday. I'll put it out Tuesday.
Love that.
Because Tuesday the teams that play Tuesday will play Thursday.
No.
The teams that will play Wednesday will play Friday.
Okay, noted.
Yeah, I see.
I think there's two playing games each night. I think.
Okay.
And then
Evan, talk about the
obviously-
main event.
Yeah, we're talking about fighting.
Izzy versus Jan Blachowicz.
Blachowicz.
I think I'm saying that right.
You are.
Saving the best for last. This is what I have written down.
No, this
could be a
an
very
insane
historic.
fight.
Yeah, this could be a very historic fight. Izzy could break into that famous 4-person club that I mentioned earlier, being a double champ. Everyone's making a big stink of him moving up to weight, to 205.
He's moving up, but he's
light
not. He said that
heavyweight.
he's not putting on any weight. He's only putting on like 10 pounds. That's it.
Right. And fun fact, over in Auckland, New Zealand, when he used to fight over there, he actually fought at 100 kilos. Or he's fought guys at 100 kilos, which is 220 pounds. So that's much heavier than Blachowicz is right now. That he's allowed to be anyways for the light heavyweight division.
Mm-hmm.
So Izzy's going to use his speed. Blachowicz is very slow. He has knockout power, but Izzy is the best kickboxer in the world. And I just don't see him losing to anyone but primarily John Jones.
See, and for me, on this one, Evan, I love Adesanya. I absolutely love his whole thing, the style bender mantra. I love all of it. Dude, Jan is going to rock him. Like if he lands like one shot. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I just think Jan is going to blast Izzy on this one.
I just don't think Izzy's a very smart fighter. He's not going to put himself in a bad position where he can get just blasted
if I'm being completely realistic, how I see this fight going is Jan probably keeps center control for damn near the entire fight, but the whole time Izzy's going to be landing kicks to the leg,
counter shots. Yeah,
I honestly see Izzy winning off of points if it's not just an absolute knockout by Jan.
It's so hard to get a decision when you're the challenger.
I understand that, but Izzy is that much. You already said it. He's that much faster.
Yeah,
he's that much more technical.
I don't think it's gonna go. Yeah, it might not go to decision. Like I said, Jan's made some.
I mean, hell, Izzy might just cripple Jan and kick his leg out. Like, I mean, that could happen.
Didn't see what was going to happen in the McGregor fight when Poirier just completely crippled McGregor where he couldn't move.
I mean there's a likelihood of that happening too. I don't.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
And that's what I'm like.
Jan's already slow too. I mean, imagine if he gets a few leg kicks. I mean, you're not gonna be able to move.
Isn't Izzy only like 32 as well?
31.
Okay, and Jan is 37.
Blachowicz is 37. Yeah.
That one I knew off the top of my head. I don't know. I'm really, really, really excited for this fight just because it is two totally different styles of fighting. Mm-hmm. But also, yeah, my heart tells me that Jan is going to just drop Izzy, which also would be insane.
Well, you got to put money in that because that's going to be plus a trillion to do for that to happen.
Well, Jan is the underdog right now, so
yeah, no, he's plus 220.
Let's see. Hang on, I'll tell you in 1 second. Jan. Plus 184 for Jan straight up. Method of victory. Jan by KO TKO plus 380.
Hey, $10 win 38. $100 win 380.
Izzy by submission is plus 2,300, Evan.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
No, I have one of his other bets that I'll be making here shortly.
Love that. All right. I mean, that covers all of it. One undercard fight that I'm really excited for is the flyweight Joseph Benavidze. I'm not even close on saying that.
How are you excited for this fight when you can't even pronounce his name?
But it's not that guy that I'm excited for. It's the guy he's fighting. Askar Askarov. Dude is a flying monkey. He's insane.
The double named ninja.
He's insane, dude. No, I'm really excited to see him fight because I saw him fight for the first time probably a couple months ago now, and dude was insane. I'm just really excited to see it again because his fight was nuts.
Askar Askarov.
Oh yeah. It's like I know the name. It's not one I forget.
He's Azerbaijan.
Yep. No, he looks like a crackhead straight out of like a New York gutter.
Wait, what? This is not him. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I mean,
I'm excited. This might be the best. If you don't watch the MMA, watch it this weekend and watch UFC because genuinely this might be the best card top to bottom.
Will it work?
Will be happening.
Will it work?
Will what work?
yeah, ESPN
Oh,
Plus.
ESPN Plus. I don't know. If it doesn't, I'm just going to pirate it again. Suck it, Dana White.
Yeah. Use a streaming service that actually is like, halfway decent. Troll. Anyways.
It's still just mind-blowing that happened.
Yeah. Oh, that was terrible.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm excited for this.
Okay.
And then I'm golfing Sunday.
Hey,
Nice.
we might be too.
Yeah.
47. We
It's-
played in Golder.
It's going to be 67 here.
Lit. It's
Hey,
gonna be
you.
55 tomorrow here.
Swag.
AK's golfing.
I will be
New
hitting
gloves
balls
that are in
tomorrow.
his mouth. Like a child.
I got my irons.
Yeah, I
going.
saw the Snapchat.
Yeah, but did you see what I was just doing just now?
No, because I'm trying to run a podcast here, so.
Yeah, and he's eating his irons.
Listen,
All right.
when you love something that much, you got to show that.
All right. Put your big old shaft away and talk about the Luka comparison.
Oh, okay. So lately, just because. So, as everyone knows, there is not a ton of great white basketball players in the NBA. There's actually none that are American. The best American basketball player I could come up with is probably Gordon Hayward. I would say that's white.
Dougie McBuckets
Right.
is still in the league.
Yeah, JJ.
Oh
Redick.
my God.
Still
JJ
solid.
Redick.
Okay,
J.J. Redick.
we're all taking Gordon Hayward over
Yeah.
JJ
Yeah.
Redick though. Okay.
Right now.
But anyways,
Yes.
so because of that, European players kind of dominate that landscape of the NBA. So
Alex
There's been a lot-
Caruso.
so there's been a lot of talk about players and comparisons to Luka. I mean, he's 2.5 seasons into his career. Whenever someone's great early on, it's always he's the next. So I just thought that we should touch on that a little bit because
Kevin Love.
Okay.
He was.
okay, yeah,
He definitely
oh,
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're saying it like he was a
Him
great-
in Minnesota was
Yeah,
one of the best
Yeah.
players in the league.
yeah, for sure. So, anyways, we all thought that we kind of want to cover a little bit, just kind of see like where do people really think he fits into, what kind of style, what kind of player comparison, and also like where do we think that he could really go with his career? Because honestly, he's an insane like human. I'm gonna pull up his numbers real quick because I didn't have it in front of me.
Insane human.
He is an insane human.
I'm pretty sure before he turned 21, he had a stat line of like 27, 9, and 8.
Yeah. So right now for a career, he's averaging 25.5, 8.5 rebounds, and 7.5 6. Now, to put this in perspective, LeBron James for a career averages 27, 7, and 7. So he's 22 years old, and this year he's averaging 28.6, 9 assists, and 8.4 rebounds. So he's having career numbers across the board, which is insane for a guy who's literally 20. He just turned 22. Like, that's insane.
He's 5 years younger than me.
Yeah, right. Like, and just
Sag.
For real.
yeah, he's also having a career year from the field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, so he's getting better every year. And he's still, again, only 22. So we were just kind of spitballing, and this is a good thing. We want you guys to tweet at us. Tell us what you guys think about Luka. Where's he kind of fit into people's minds? Personally, to me, I think he's a top 5 player in the league. I said that going into the season, and I stand by that. I know there's a lot of people that put ahead of him that I just don't understand, but either way. But my comparison is I really think that he's a less athletic James Harden. Like, they play the same game. Like, James Harden plays his own pace. Like, nobody can stop James Harden in a one-on-one situation. Like, you can't put a smaller guard on him because he's too big, too strong. And you can't put a bigger player on him because he's too fast, gets to the free throw line. Like, Luka Doncic does the same thing. Luka Doncic plays one brand of basketball, and it's Luka Doncic ball. Like, nobody plays like him. The only comparison I could make is James Harden. And I just don't know what do you guys think about that?
I mean, Cal, go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
But then
I hate you, man. All right, my honest, like, I don't love the Harden comparison, and that might be biased just because I don't like James Harden as a player.
and you like Luka.
And I love Luka. I love how Luka plays.
I love Luka.
But I was also looking into it. He does not remind me of Larry Bird. I think that you can make the optics, yeah, obviously they're both white. They both are really good at shooting a basketball. They're both really good passers. But, I mean, Larry was pop and pick. Like, Larry almost played like a Steph Curry brand of basketball where he'd run around the big dudes and shoot because he could. Now, he could drive and everything, but that wasn't... Luka and Larry don't play all that similar. Their numbers might be similar. Like, Larry's, I think, best season ever is worse than Luka's season last year. But again, I don't like the James Harden comparison. Honest to God, he's literally just a less athletic and white version of LeBron James. Like, they both have the vision. The only difference is Luka is a way better shooter. Just bar none, a better shooter.
At his age.
Yeah, at any given point, Luka right now is a better shooter than LeBron has been his entire career. In my opinion, he has.
He does shoot more threes than LeBron has, like, per game.
I think they're around the same percentage for three.
They're both shooting 35, 36.
Okay, to be fair, if we're going to do that, one has had 15 years of NBA practice, the other has had 2.
No, Ty, how could you ever forget year 18?
You're 18, buddy.
Are you kidding me, Ty? How could you forget year 18?
Buddy.
Oh my God, year 18.
Still doing king tings.
He's 43. No, I honestly, like, I just think Luka and LeBron, as far as what they offer a team, where they can score from damn near anywhere, they can get the ball to anybody, and they can rebound the ball, which, to be fair, LeBron should definitely out-rebound Luka Doncic, but GOAT James. I don't know.
Just a comment on your Larry Bird thing. You know what the most underrated Larry Bird stat is?
The passing?
Nope. He averaged 10 rebounds a game. He
Okay,
averaged a double-double for a career. That's the most underrated thing about Larry Bird, because everyone wants to talk about how good of a shooter he was for his era and how great of a, like, advanced passer he was.
Yeah, Larry Bird was really good at basketball, dude.
Yeah, but he was averaging 10 boards a game, and, like, I really didn't know that
he lived on the glass, bro. Lived on the glass.
As a small forward, that's impressive.
Yeah, Larry Bird was really good at basketball, and people that disrespect him, it's a shame, really. But no, I just think that Luka is I don't want to say less athletic, but
Luka Doncic definitely not a very athletic basketball.
No,
now that was one of the big questions. One of the topics we were bouncing around to was, is Luka more skilled than LeBron James at basketball?
I think so, because he's not as athletic.
I think he is.
I can see the argument for either way, though.
There's a difference between skill and athleticism.
Yes.
LeBron is the biggest freak athlete we've ever seen walk this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of pure athleticism. But when it comes to skill, with the body type that Luka has, running point guard, doing what he does,
knowing how to operate and pick apart defenses with his limitations.
Like think about it this way.
Do we consider basketball IQ as a skill?
They both have really high basketball IQ.
I was going to say
You don't average nine assists a game and not have high basketball IQ.
I mean I understand that, but
yeah, it's part of skill. 100%. It's part of basketball skill.
One of the 2 players that we're mentioning is the league NBA history lead in turnovers.
You had to get it in there, didn't you?
Just thought I'd mention that.
He's played 18 seasons.
I got it.
Doesn't matter.
I got it.
It does matter.
I got it. Luka Doncic is LeBron James with Nikola Jokic's athleticism.
Yeah. My comparison is mainly has to do with the size and the position and how they started their careers. Is Magic Johnson for me. Which
is a fair comparison.
Luka obviously is a much better shooter than Magic Johnson, just because Magic Johnson didn't play in a shooting era. They didn't focus on the three-point shot. The ones that did focus on the three-point shot were outliers and, honestly weird to the game and stuff like that. especially when I'm talking about the way Magic started his career, the same way as Luka did. They both came on as rookie stars that stunned, the NBA, and where they play at their own speed. Magic Johnson brought something to the NBA at that time that not a lot of people saw, other than like Pistol Pete and all that kind of stuff, the flashy passes, the in transition, passing to, scoring and everything like that Luka doesn't have that much of it, but he has brought in his own flair to the game where he is methodically lulling defenders to sleep and making them look stupid. So they are similar on the opposite spectrums when it comes to that. But body size, both playing point guard. I mean, if you want to call it, Luka's listed as a point guard, which is a huge point guard, same as Magic Johnson. Both played in a position that are oversized, and both super athletic and super, skilled at their positions. I know people will hate this, especially the old heads, but I think that Luka has a higher ceiling than Magic. Granted, Magic's career got cut a little bit short, but he's not going to have the team success that Magic has unless something happens with the Mavs or he gets traded or moves somewhere, because he's not going to win the championships that Magic did. But statistically, he's just as good.
Statistically, everyone talks about LeBron James, how he can be the all-time point leader. He can be top 10 in assists. He can be top whatever. Luka Doncic will be it, barring injury. Obviously, health is obviously the biggest concern when it comes to these things. Luka Doncic will be top 10 in assists. He will be top 10 in three-pointers made all time, and he'll be top 10 in points scored. No doubt in my mind. If he's 22 years old and he's averaging 28 points per game, he hasn't even hit his peak yet. He hasn't even hit his prime level of basketball that he could possibly play. He's only going to get better. He'll probably level out around 30 points per game, and he'll probably level out around 8, 9, 10 assists, and probably 8, 9, 10 rebounds. But the guy could literally, no joke, average, for a career, he probably could average 28, 9, and 8 for a career. And if he plays 15 or 18 seasons like players are now playing, he 100% can shatter almost every record LeBron James put across.
Well, and
he's gonna shatter the triple double record.
Well, and this isn't he's gonna absolutely he's gonna rewrite that thing.
Yeah, right.
He already has 30 some before 22. Magic Johnson was the second closest with 13.
And he's had a kind of a down year when it comes to triple double.
Yeah, he's gonna rewrite the triple double, the entire book.
Right.
The LeBron thing, and LeBron is a freak. LeBron shouldn't be able to do what he does in year 18. He literally won the genetic lottery in that regard because of how he plays. Typically, that doesn't translate to age.
He's never had injuries.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's crazy what LeBron has done. Luka, on the other hand, barring injury, has a much more age-friendly play style.
Yeah.
Just like Dirk Nowitzki did. Dirk was massive, didn't dunk or anything, just played fundamental basketball. Same with Tim Duncan. These guys played fundamental basketball, so they were able to prolong their careers because they didn't have the wear and tear of constantly jumping on their knees and everything other than just running. I mean, that was their big grind, and Luka's going to be the same way.
He actually benefits from not being as athletic.
Longevity-wise, yes. That's how it would appear.
Yeah. Also, just a comment to Evan's thing about the LeBron James, because he's played 18 seasons. He's also LeBron James is 6th all time in turnovers per game.
I don't know when this became a hit piece on LeBron.
It's always a hit piece on LeBron. I wake up in the morning and it's a hit piece on LeBron.
How much do you charge him for rent in your head, Cade?
And I can't say that on the podcast. I just like to point out that there's incredibly really good basketball players out there other than one man.
Are you gonna voice your opinion about who he resembles, Evan, or are you just gonna skate by again on another topic that you didn't prepare for?
I could say the same thing about UFC to you, Cal.
I was joking.
Shit.
So was I. Make the same excuse.
Oh shit.
You were working on that Warzone grind, huh?
Yeah.
Ayo.
It's working all day. Yeah, we're good. We work at different times there, bud.
Are you gonna talk or
No,
you don't have an opinion?
I mean Luka should be compared to James Harden, in my opinion. That was my opinion. Me and myself and Cade.
So you're
talked
allowed
about
to
it
give
earlier.
reasons other than Cade.
Huh?
You're allowed to give reasons that Cade may have not mentioned.
Yeah, I really didn't mention everything. The reason why I thought that, but I mean, you don't have anything else? Have you just have a
No,
just a
that's
blanket
my statement. Yes, that's my blanket statement.
Well, I'll spin it back around. Another reason why I think the Harden and Luka comparison's very good is because
Don't shake your head at me, Cal.
and Evan will agree will
Same thing.
support this. The hard part about Harden is that Harden has been known for empty stats, right? Like his numbers have been really good, like in his career, but he hasn't really won the big games yet. To be fair, that's not a fair statement for Luka, who was on a rebuilding Mavs team and literally was starting a 41-year-old Dirk Nowitzki at one point. But like this year, like how the team success hasn't really, kind of built along him getting better. That's kind of been Harden's story for the last 5 years, and I just don't want that to be Luka's story. But as of today, where it sits, it's kind of a similar story. So he might be a guy that gets the stats, but might not win games. But that dude's going to win MVPs every year. I mean, like Luka Doncic, it's kind of crazy he's not in the MVP conversation right now, but it's just because the team's not doing as well. But, I mean, 28, 9, and 8 wins MVP. Like, if he does that for a career, he's going to win multiple MVPs.
Well, yeah.
And he'll be the best player in the league for 10 years.
Also, just to mention on the NBA or the MVP really quick, can we get LeBron out of there? Like, there is no reason the man should be in the MVP conversation right now,
Evan
dude.
said it today.
Oh my
Evan
God.
said to me today. He goes, I don't know why people are because it's the media. The media narrative.
No, because because people want to say he got snubbed last year because of all that bullshit. No, he didn't. Like, it was. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah,
Get him out of there.
Like I said, I'd be the first person in the world to say if the Lakers were 7-0 since AD has gone to the injury report, that LeBron should be MVP. I would say absolutely. 100%.
Should be in conversation. I wouldn't say should be. Unanimous right off the bat. I mean,
but
yeah,
2 and 5, since they've skated by some pretty bad teams. Detroit, the Wizards. They lost to the Wizards, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't warrant being in the MVP conversation anymore. He's averaging around his career numbers, 1.5 points below his career points per game.
And the only reason that's like that right now is because AD's not playing. Because he was well below before. Before AD got hurt.
He was.
Well, yeah, with more rebounds and assists. But yeah, this year, out of all the years, probably shouldn't be the one LeBron wins MVP. I definitely could make an argument in the past for the past few for whatever being snubbed and whatever years you want to bring up. But this one, I mean, I just don't see unless he just starts dropping 40-point triple doubles and getting W's as AD's out that he should even be considered. But he wins it. King.
Fair enough. Anyone got anything else to add on Luka? Dude's really good, and I can't wait to watch his career. And then when I'm
it's gonna be insane.
Then when I'm
It's gonna be
45
so
and he
great.
has maybe a couple rings, I can say, hey, he's the greatest basketball player I've ever seen with my own eyes.
Yeah, he very well could be. Honestly, that's not a joke. Like, he very well could be the greatest basketball player we ever see in our eyes every day. He very well could be 100%.
So many people are triggered right now because we grew up with LeBron.
That's
But
listen,
right now, he's definitely not.
Oh, hey, also, real quick, fuck Atlanta for trading away Luka.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that too. Honestly, at some point, because Cal brought up another point of another trade that happened on draft night. I mean, no, that wasn't a trade.
No, it was just passing.
No, just passing on. But yeah, I would say right now that's a Kobe Bryant Charlotte Hornets level trade mistake. Or Charlotte Bobcats or Hornets.
It was Bobcats. Wait.
It was the Hornets. It was the Hornets. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the Hornets before they went to New Orleans.
And
then they went.
Then, yep.
Then they went back.
My point I made earlier this week was, when does it start to... Okay, nothing against. He was my rookie of the year pick, but nothing against James Wiseman. James Wiseman. Yeah. Nothing against him. He's a good prospect. He could end up having a decent career. But when does it come a point that the Warriors start hitting themselves that they passed on the Melo Ball?
Rookie of the year.
Like when does that start become a point where when do they start hitting themselves for not passing on him?
I think the entire stigma of the Ball family probably warranted the Warriors from just staying away from any type of ball.
See, I think that played into it.
I mean, especially Lonzo's performance has been pretty average. Maybe
he's average for a second overall pick.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's not average for
as much hype as he had out of UCLA. In college. It's not like he's is he even a top 10 point guard? No. Is he a top 20 point guard?
Probably.
Yes. Yeah. Fringe, maybe.
Lonzo?
Yeah.
Give him fringe 20, yeah.
Yeah. So, I can see where the concern was. I'm sure that was definitely, something in the being discussed when they were gonna, bring up picking him. But at the same time, would he put up those same numbers with GSW versus,
I feel like he would. I feel like he'd almost do better. Honestly.
Good. Be playing with better teammates. Draymond is now for sure a facilitator.
Did you see his stat line the other night?
19 assists. Yeah. Crazy. So,
as far as the Ball Wiseman thing goes, for me, I think you got to give it like 3 years. That's why I think the Luka Trae Young one is a very
relevant.
Because Trae Young came out of the gate hot, didn't he? I mean, his first.
Trae Young's
he's still good.
Very good. Very, very, very good.
Yeah, he's a good basketball player, but the problem is for me is like right now, like where they currently sit, I don't know Trae Young will ever reach the level of basketball that Luka Doncic's at right now.
No, he won't.
Trae Young will be a top 5 point guard here in the next couple of years.
Yeah, after everyone retires.
Yeah,
his generation
Steph,
will come in.
Irving, Dame,
Chris Paul,
John Wall, Chris Paul. Yeah. When those guys leave,
I mean, he
But
almost.
Luka's doing more than points though. That's the difference.
Yeah,
Luka's dropping 30 points and then doing 10 and 10.
Right. Yeah.
That's the difference.
And not only that, but hitting massive shots, like hitting.
Dog, those 2 back-to-back threes were nuts.
Yeah, hitting big-time player shots, like that shot against the Clippers.
And how he shoots them, dude. How he shoots them is
that step back, man. By the way, Evan, just to comment on the Lonzo Ball thing, just because I saw this the other day and I just wanted to bring it up. Right now, he's averaging 14.8 points per game on 43, 40, and 78% shooting, which is all career highs. So
he's shooting 40% from 3.
Yes.
Yeah. How many attempts though?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
I think he's averaging almost 2. I think he's averaging almost 2 a game. Because I've taken him a couple times in the over 3-pointer.
Since January.
How's that working out for you?
Actually, very decent because this is only like 1.
Since the new year began, since January 1st, he's averaging 46, 47, and 86% shootings. So like he's quietly getting better. Some players need more time.
Just a quick
those are Chris Paul
sidebar
numbers.
for Trae Young. Here's Trae Young's numbers last year: 29.6, 9.3, 4.3 rebounds.
Yeah,
same percentages as Luka.
Yep,
from 3, slightly less from the field. So I mean,
no, Trae's good. I'm telling you, I love
Trae's good.
But Trae,
I hate his hair.
You put Trae in the Mavericks. Like, does he perform like Luka?
No.
The Mavericks aren't good.
They're both on teams that are like
bad.
Not like
Hawks.
Like
I would say the Hawks are in much of a worse spot than the Mavericks.
No, they're in the East. They're in the East, dog.
Actually, okay.
Well, other than the division, I'm saying like the team. I disagree.
No, you got John Collins.
They have John Collins. They have Trae Young. They have Clint Capella. DeAndre Hunter is a solid player. They have Cam Reddish, Kevin Huerter. Rajon Rondo is a backup point guard. Actually, the Hawks were a team that everyone going into the season were like they could easily be a 4th seed in the East.
And the East is ass.
Why are they 15 and 20 And when the
Because-
East is ass.
Because they've been bad. They've been bad.
You've underperformed.
But that doesn't mean that the roster composition going into the season wasn't better than the Mavericks. Evan, name me players on the Mavericks other than KP and Luka Doncic.
Hardaway Jr.
Okay, give me another one.
Didn't he miss 13 straight shots or something?
Yeah, he has that.
Yeah.
He broke the record.
He broke the record by
That
his
was a
dad.
couple
Yeah.
podcasts back.
Yeah. Name me another one though. You know what I mean?
Dorian
Like,
Finney-Smith.
yeah, right. There you
Yeah,
go. Way to
okay.
look it up.
Well
Look at his eyes.
Max Kleber.
Look at his eyes. Right. So I mean, listen.
Dwight Powell.
And listen, and Kristaps Porzingis is on the trading block.
I didn't know Cauley Stein was on there.
Yeah, and Kristaps Porzingis is on the trading block
Yeah.
quietly. So there
I saw
might be
that
a big, there might be a big move in Dallas. But yeah, Trae Young. I mean, Trae Young. Yeah, he's really good, but I don't think Trae Young will ever reach the level that Luka Doncic's at currently.
Also, yeah, to my point about them being in the East, the 4th seed is 500.
Yeah.
Louder?
The Knicks just lost to the Spurs by about 25 tonight,
Hey.
and they're the 4th seed.
Hey,
Yeah.
congratulations to New York Knicks fans, though. Come on.
Yeah, you're 500 in 4th place. That's huge.
Yeah.
It's the last
Yeah.
time it happened. The GOAT was leading them. So.
Well, I was gonna say, since I saw a stat, it was by ESPN Stats and Info. The Knicks could finish above 500 at the All-Star break for only the 3rd time in the last 20 years.
Yeah,
So
last time was
that's
2012.
huge. That's
That's
huge, dude. Let's
2012
go.
when your boy carried.
Brian Windhorst said today on Get Up that the New York Knicks will land a massive superstar that requested a trade to be at the New York Knicks in the next 12 months.
The Mavericks
Who
are in
that-
10th place in the West at
Yep.
at 17 and 16. You put them in the East, and they're the 4th seed.
And the Mavericks, you gotta give them a little credit. They went 2.5 weeks without Tim Hardaway Jr., Jalen Brunson, Max Kleber, and there's one more. Dwight Powell. Literally, Evan, remember we were making bets against them because they had 8 guys out?
Mm-hmm.
I think I
Yeah.
took the Mavericks, and you guys were like, they have nobody, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they literally had nobody for 2.5 weeks. So, honestly, they're going to make the playoffs. They will make the playoffs. The Dallas Mavericks will be in the playoffs. And they will be probably a 8 through 6 seed. And boy, those opening
Dog,
series-
who falls out then?
Probably, honestly, looking at it right now, I bet the Spurs don't hold up.
Spurs
Spurs-
the Spurs are 18 and 13 after tonight.
Yeah, the Spurs and the Warriors are the 2 teams I don't think will be in. Man, the West is so freaking
The West is
nuts.
so stacked, dude.
It's so nuts, man. The Blazers are 19 and 14 and they're a 5 seed. If they played all the games that they would play in the East, they'd probably be a 2 seed or a 3 seed. And they don't even
Well, I
have
mean,
McCollum.
right now they would be a 2 or 3 seed.
Yeah, and that's not even. I'm talking about if they play majority of their games in the East.
Yeah, that's yes.
Yeah, and that's not considering CJ McCollum's been out pretty much all season. Nuts.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't know. I just can't wait to watch Luka the rest of his career. That's all I know.
Yep, dude's gonna be nuts.
All right, we want to get on to betting. Anyone got anything else to add before we get onto our absolute heater?
We are on a heater.
12 and 4 over the last 2 weeks. People are losing money not listening to us.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What were we last week then?
Last week, I went 2-0. Bulls minus 4.5 and Morikawa top 10. I wish I would have taken outright winner. Really wish I'd have taken that. Cal went 1-1. He got the Brooks Koepka over Bryson right. So did Evan. But Bama got blown out. He took Bama money line.
They were winning too with 2 minutes left.
Were they really?
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate then.
Mm-hmm.
Cade, you went 2-0. Golden State +2. They won by 6. And Bulls minus 4.5 as well, same as me.
Gang up.
Evan, as I said, Brooks finishing better than Bryson. And then Victor Hovland as the top Euro. He finished, second in the entire tournament?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, good job. Wait, I lied. We're 13 and 3 over the
Yeah, I was
last 2
gonna say.
weeks.
Yeah. We only had one
let's
loss.
go.
Only had one loss.
we're
We could
13 and
have went
3.
undefeated wasn't for Alabama.
Boom. Boom. Heaters, baby.
Yeah, we're
Straight
13 and 3
heat.
over the last 2 weeks. That's absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Bro, not only heaters here, baby. You know what I mean?
All right, so I'll go. I have mine. My first one, I gotta ride it because it's working real well for me. Currently, the Bulls are 5.5-point dogs to the Pelicans tomorrow. I like the Bulls.
I thought about that one.
They won me money last week. I'm gonna ride with it. So Bulls plus 5.5. And my second one is probably the biggest cop-out bet I have done yet. I'm gonna be real. There is a current super boost right now for this weekend's golf tournament. Any American to win plus 175.
Yeah, so that was Pat McAfee's.
Nope.
Yeah, that's Pat's.
What the fuck?
Any American.
That's not easy, though.
I know. I saw the field and I was like, "That's not a lock," but
listen,
I like any American.
I will give you guys this. Out of the first 10 favorites for outright winner, okay?
McElroy's first.
Well, yeah, outright winner.
He's white. He's American, right?
Okay, there's 1, 2. There's 2 of the top 10 are American outright winners as the odds. So actually, Ty, I don't think your bet is as big of a cop out as it seems.
Yeah.
I mean, plus 175. I'll run with it. Plus super boost. I mean,
I'm definitely not going to say you're really going out on a limb there. But
no, I'm definitely not at all. But
right, you just took America versus the field. So
yeah, no,
like
that's.
50-50.
I mean,
I'll go.
I'm still so mad I didn't take Morikawa outright winner.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So my I'm gonna do a golf bet. Do it for Arnie. Shout out Arnie. It's his tournament this weekend. So my first bet is gonna be top 10 Kevin Kisner plus 550.
I love you. Not bad.
Okay, and let me go to my bestie.
So all you just told me was that I'm taking Kiz as outright winner.
I hate mine.
Okay. And my other pick is the Utah Jazz minus 2.5 to the 76ers.
Is that tomorrow too?
Yep.
Okay.
They just played them, and the Sixers won. So they don't win back. You just don't beat a team twice in the NBA back to back. You just don't.
Hey, I'm cool with it.
How's Milwaukee down 16 right now, bro?
Yeah.
I said, did I not say to take?
You told me to take Milwaukee.
I know, but then then you read me the
Denver.
injury report, and then I said to take Milwaukee. Plenty of time.
Never mind. I took the -8.
Plenty of time.
Love that. Love that.
Let me go, Ev.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with a college basketball pick, even though it didn't win me money last week. But
like
it's
it.
that time of year.
I like it, man.
I'm gonna go with UConn money line over Seton Hall. They are underdogs at plus 100. Taking UConn, they're away. Visiting they're both in the Big East, so definitely get a little bit of, they might see each other again in the Big East tournament. And then I'm taking this one, you guys. I feel like I'm taking this because it's a very smart bet, very winnable money, like win good money off of bet. Cameron Champ, top 40 finish, plus 163. Top 40 finish this week.
That's a pretty big cop out, but like
plus 163. Like that's a
40 people though.
Listen. That is a pick for the people.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is the reason why it's a cop out is because the cut is only 65.
Have you seen Cameron Champ's the last couple tournaments he's played in?
I know, but I'm just telling you that no matter
what are his odds to make the cut? Is that on there or no?
I don't know. Plus the top 40 is plus 163. You're dumb if you don't go at least put $10 on that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the odds is dumb not to. Dumb not to. It popped out of my. I'm scrolling down through, looking at all the options in the golf, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm doing a disservice by not bringing it up.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm bringing attention to a super boost, so yeah.
Yeah, I had the other super boost that I was gonna do was, but I know I'm gonna lose that.
Wait, who was it? Who did you do again?
The super boost was Cameron Champ. The super boost I was gonna do was Matthew Fitzpatrick and Jordan Spieth to both finish in the top 30 plus 300.
Let's see if I can find this.
Where?
Top 40.
Top 40, yeah, it's right on FanDuel.
FanDuel,
That was
yeah.
on FanDuel. Oh, it was on FanDuel? I don't know if it was on FanDuel or Sports Barstool. It was on one of them. I was bouncing back and forth because Barstool doesn't go into the future very much like FanDuel does.
Yeah.
Plus 175 on FanDuel.
Are you kidding me?
No.
You definitely run Barcelona.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a pick for the people, bro.
That is a pick for the people.
Come on.
Now watch you get it wrong.
Oh, yeah, it's probably going to happen. It's the hardest thing ever. Golf is one of the hardest sports ever to bet on. Like, let's be honest.
That's why the fact that I've gotten back-to-back top 10 picks is top 5 and top 10 is wild.
He quite literally could go out on Thursday and shoot 82. I mean, let's be honest. It could freaking happen.
Matt Wolfett, really, even.
Yeah.
10 plus 10 through 7.
Yeah. 100%. Could happen. Yep. I was going to take... never mind. I wouldn't go into it, but Evan, go ahead.
I'm going to go with... What?
Cam Chance only made the cut twice since the new year.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not much of a cop-out.
Cam Champ plus 185, top 40.
It'll go up.
Going
It'll
up.
go up.
Plus
Going
185. What about Varner or Henrik Stenson? They're both plus 175.
The one other Steve Stricker was like 135 or something like that.
Hey, Siwoo Kim plus 175, top
He was
40.
another one too. He was another one.
Zach Johnson.
He's been horrible. Zach Johnson's been horrible.
I kind of figured when he was plus 230.
Yo, I might take Duff Daddy at plus 320 for no reason.
For no reason.
That's what I'm saying. I'm shining the light for you guys. I'm showing you guys the path of just pockets full of money. Like these top 40 picks. Come on.
Shut up.
Wait, hold on. Like
These top 40 picks is such a stupid sentence. Such a stupid.
What's the field size? Is it 80?
What's up?
Is the field size 80?
No, it's bigger than 80.
I have no idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's an invitational. It's an invitational. It's not very big. You get an invite. Not everyone's there.
I'm looking it up.
All right, Evan, what do you got?
123.
Yeah, so that's...
So he's got to finish in the top third.
Yeah, but like the thing is, though, if he makes the cut...
You go to the roulette table, people play the thirds all the time. Huh? All right, Evan, go ahead.
I'm going with Islam Makhachev plus 440 for submission.
Islam submission.
Yep.
Now I want you to spell that out perfectly right now.
What?
Me or
No, Ty's writing it down.
SUBM mission.
And then Adesanya plus 130 knockout.
Going to both UFCs?
Mm-hmm.
Islam and Izzy, because I'm not spelling Adesanya off the top of my head.
Wow.
Knockout TKO, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
KO TKO.
Yeah.
You gonna do a draw one? I'm gonna throw a draw bet in there.
Every single fight, Cal.
Yeah, right.
Every single fight.
Yeah, he's talking about for the pod bets. That'd be the all-time pod bet if you get a draw.
That
right.
actually would be
that, or the Ty pick and Morikawa to win outright.
I'm so mad that I didn't, dude. As soon as I saw he was in first place, I was like, all right, well, that top 10's a lock. Come Sunday. Oh, he's winning.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, top 40s are there, bro.
I'm gonna be hooked on the top 40 bets now.
That's what I'm saying. They're there. They're open for business. No, they're ready to rip.
That they are.
But seriously, everyone, listen up, because we have been doing well. These ones, I mean, a couple outlandish.
I was gonna
picks.
say we're
UFC,
getting a little crazy now, but we got to test our luck at some point.
Well, it's fun. I like to change it up a little bit. I've been doing not saying easy picks, but like more straightforward picks. Like that's why I did the top 4.
Who the hell doesn't take a heat check?
Yeah,
Who
no, I
doesn't
mean
take
we're
a heat
taking
check?
a heat check right
But
now. That's
like,
for sure.
even Evan doing 2 UFC fights is, I mean, they're as unpredictable as you're gonna get.
Wow, we're real proud of you, Ev.
Hey, top USA player Spieth is plus 1400.
Put it out there. I probably hit the hardest bet in the pod so far.
Heads or tails?
Plus 700, baby. Highest odds. Not hardest. Highest odds, though.
What was that?
Yeah. What?
Hovland one.
I mean, I guess.
I don't.
I mean, maybe in terms of plus minus money, that might have helped you a little bit. But you still have the worst record.
What is my record?
You're currently sitting at 9-11. Never forget.
You said it.
What am I at?
50-50, 10-10.
I was doing so good too. I was 7-3 to start, but I did go 1-1. I'm 3-1 in my last 2 weeks, so we're doing all right.
I'm 4-0, baby. I'm on a fucking heater.
Yeah.
I'm 12-8. I love it. I got the best record. Fuck it.
What's Cal at?
I don't know.
What's Cal at?
9-11.
Oh, stop.
Nice.
I didn't want to say it.
I had no clue where I was at, to be honest.
Yeah, you and Evan are both 9-11 because
made a
Evan went
couple
2-0 and you went 1-1.
I made a couple outlandish bets. Like I took the exact score of a PGA Tour tournament, like difference. Like I was doing all that kind of stuff. I'm having fun with it.
I mean, you both in the last 2 weeks. You're both 3-1.
Yeah.
We're 14-3.
Eaters.
Ain't bad.
I will be betting these again this week.
I was going to say I'm actually going to take some of these. I'm
I
definitely
might
putting
take the top 40. I'm taking Islam for sure. Cade, what were your bets? Are just NBA, right?
Kisner top 10 and Jazz
Kisner
minus
top
2.5. I'm taking Kiz top 10 for sure.
What is he been playing like this year?
Not bad, actually.
Not bad, yeah. Hold on, I got you.
There for a while, he was in the lead at one of the events, and then that completely fizzled out.
He's just looking for that top 20.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would be too.
Let's see. So his last
He's still like 33rd in the world or something, I believe.
results. Here we go.
Just maintain. He's gonna make
So the last,
at least $1 million a year.
The last
How many events he
4
plays?
tournaments, he finished second, 24th, 32nd, 41st.
Money.
But he took 41st this past weekend, and he shot 80 in the third round.
That's
There was a
bullshit.
handful of 80s passed around.
What a
He
Scroll
shot
last
80.
weekend.
So, like, honestly, if you really think about it, if he pieced together a 72, he's 8 shots better. Not bad.
What are his odds for top 10?
550.
Taking it.
Throw a $5 on it.
I'm taking it for sure.
Evan,
For
throw
sure.
$100
I mean,
on
I'm
it,
up
stupid.
$87 over the last.
No.
Well, yeah, no, I'm up $87 just off of golf the last 2 weeks. So
Honestly, throwing $100 on the Hovland one was almost like lighting a match to $100, but somehow we got lucky.
I mean, hey, it worked out. I didn't think I was gonna get Finau and then Morikawa, right?
Brooks started scaring me last week.
I did not feel any type of scare at all.
Dude,
He was up
DeChambeau
10.
started coming back. He started coming
He was up-
back.
He did, yes, but he was also up didn't he win by like 10 or 11 on Bryson?
No, I was on like 7.
7? Yeah. That's a lot of strokes. At one point, we
I was
were
gonna
up
say
10,
Brooks finished 15 under, so
and Bryson finished 6th. So I think it was 9. Or 6
yeah,
under.
Bryson was 6 under after 3
Yeah.
under on the final day.
That's what
There
I said,
was
7.
the third round that he shot like 10 under, right?
So 7.
He
7.
shot 8 under.
No, 9.
8 under?
Yeah, 9 strokes, Cal.
9 strokes, Kyle.
No, 7.
Look at this.
I hate you, Cade.
What shots are those? I can't remember.
What's
Bonus
up?
108.
There's already a mark on them. Are we done recorded, by the way?
No, we're still recording. We're just bullshitting at this point.
No, good thing I didn't say anything really outlandish.
Fuck!
Yeah.
I said the word outlandish like 7 times.
You did. All right. Well, hey, everyone. Thanks for watching. And if you stuck around for this long, we have some really big stuff coming up.
True.
I
We
wanted
should've
to
said that at
drop
the
this.
beginning.
No, I wanted to save it for the end. Anybody that's actually paying attention still. We have some really big stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Just Us Guys Pod. We're going to be a lot more active there. A lot of things coming up.
Hey, let us know if
And
we should
look
go to
me in the
Indianapolis
eye.
for the March Madness. Let us know
We
if we
are-
should do that.
We are.
We'll fuck around and do it.
Our DMs are open, but no D picks.
Unless
Oh my
it's a little
God.
D.
No, they are welcome.
Only
I
if
need
it's
to
a
add to
little
my
D.
collection.
Yeah, but seriously, we got some big
This
stuff
is off the
brewing.
rails. This is off the rails. Make sure to follow us. Thanks for listening. You guys rock.
Burn it.
Make sure to tweet at us. Later.
Wait! Go Heels Saturday, baby.
They got their butts
just lost the
kicked.
Hughes.
Go Heels Saturday, baby.
They just gave us a tournament bid.
Go Heels
They
Saturday,
just gave
baby.
us a tournament.
See you guys next week.